Good morning. Today is really Wednesday, so happy Wednesday again. I said happy Wednesday on Tuesday also. So apparently I'm getting ahead of myself. So it really is Wednesday today. Hope everybody's having a great day so far. I went for a really great facial yesterday, I'll tell you. And it was over at the part of my school that is the Natural Aesthetics School. It's called Southwest Institute of Natural Aesthetics, or SWENA, and it's over on Southern and McClintock. And their student facials are very nice. So good morning, Grant. They're very inexpensive. I think their normal price is like $33 for a facial, and it was just a great treat. My mom and I went. It was part of her Mother's Day present. And I had some gift certificates that were going to expire the 1st of July, so that I had purchased at Christmas time. So anyway, that was a nice little treat to get to go do that. So anyway, I hope everybody's having a great week. Here we are at Hump Day again, and rolling on to the weekend, eh? So let's talk a little bit more about the event. I've talked about this a couple of times on here. The event basically is an energetic shift that is coming, that many predict are coming. And it's basically it has to do with solar waves, as far as the actual physical part of what's going on. But it's going to be bringing about a lot of changes. It already is bringing about a lot of changes in our lives. And you can Google the event. And we've also got a private Facebook group set up, a closed group. If anybody's interested in being in that group, just send me a quick message and let me know, and I'll add you to it. Where we're just sharing articles and information and discussion and asking questions, that sort of thing. So anybody's welcome to participate in that group. So anyway, but let's talk a little bit about the physical things that we're feeling in our bodies as this energy is changing. And I don't understand all this real well. I'm learning it myself. So full disclosure here, I'm not an expert by any means. But basically our bodies are shifting from a carbon base to a crystalline base. A crystalline silicone structure is what it's called. And so you may have noticed, if you're feeling some of the energies going on, I'll read a little bit of this one article that I found on it. Have you been wondering lately why you seem so tired, almost to the point of exhaustion? Or feeling irritable, angry, lonely, sad, frustrated, or all of the above, and you can't figure out why? Have you been asking yourself why you are behaving in ways or feeling things that don't seem to fit you? Either you're more excited than ever, or the complete opposite. And so anyway, I'm just going to go through kind of their little list about some of the physical things that we are going through right now, that a lot of people are going through. Let's see, I'm just going to skim here real quick. Okay, this is kind of interesting. It says, why are these things happening? You may have heard it said that we're shifting from carbon-based beings to crystalline-based beings. Perhaps you've heard that there's more to our DNA than we have thought, or that science has thus far been able to discover, that what we're being told were the junk parts of our DNA are being reactivated. Maybe you've heard people talk about pineal gland activations and similar things. These concepts are all very real, and even our physical sciences are beginning to be aware of them. It all has to do with the light energy that is penetrating us, our world, and everything on it, easing us into the new world and a new way of being. So you could say that it isn't just Nova Earth we're building, it's Nova Human as well. So here are some of the common ascension symptoms. Feeling as though you are in a pressure cooker or intense energy or stress, depression, anxiety, panic, feelings of hysteria, a need to eat often, along with what feels like attacks of low blood sugar. Morning, Shelley. Unusual aches and pains throughout different parts of the body. Continual neck and back, upper back stiffness and pain. Skin eruptions and diarrhea. Heart pain and palpitations. Periods of very deep sleeping. Experiencing emotional ups and downs, weeping, night sweats, hot flashes, feeling cold with an inability to get warm, vivid, wild, and sometimes violent dreams, dizziness, loss of balance, vertigo, and spinning, overall body pain, and days of extreme fatigue. Gritty, itchy eyes and blurred vision, memory loss and difficulty accessing words, difficulty remembering what you did or who you talked to a day or sometimes just hours before, a feeling of disorientation, not knowing where you are, a loss of a sense of place, feeling out of body, seeing or hearing things, feeling you are going insane or must be developing a mental illness of some sort. Intolerance. You don't feel like doing anything. A longing to go home, as if everything is over and you don't belong here anymore. Sudden changes of friends, activities, habits, jobs, and residences. You absolutely cannot do certain things anymore. For example, when you try to do your usual routine and activities, it feels downright awful. You're no longer a fit, and it's time to move on to a much higher vibrating way of living, being, and creating. Waking at night between 2 and 4 a.m. Heightened sensitivities to your surroundings. Humming and or ringing in the ears. Well, when you guys identify with any of those things, I know that's quite a list. And, I've attributed several of my things as just old age, the aches, the pains. I've had ringing in my ears for months now, and it's so annoying. I can hardly stand it. Man, I got all these pages messed up now. And aches and pains. I've had unusual aches and pains. I am absolutely exhausted right after lunch, or not right after lunch, a little later in the afternoon. And last week, like 3 days, I actually came in to do my meditation, and I have a back jack on the floor and a pillow that I typically sit in when I'm doing meditation. And as soon as I finished doing my meditation, I had to lay down. And I just kind of did a light nap for about 30 minutes, just rested. And I felt better. And I'm sleeping so deeply typically at night. I'm sleeping so hard. I don't even wake up during the night, which is crazy. I don't sleep long, but I sleep really deep. So I think that's a good thing. But just those little differences that you're feeling. Grant says you're feeling them. And Shelley says you just described my day. All of them. I hear you. I hear you, sister. So anyway, in my meditation this morning, I intentionally asked my guides what this is all about, and not so much what this is all about, but what I need to be doing right now to help me through this shift. What things I need to incorporate into my life and into my day, into my routine. And here's what I got. Number 1, eat better foods. Begin to eliminate processed foods. Eat mostly organic. Raw foods are best. As long as there's no kale or arugula, I'm okay with it. Hate those two things. Hate. The only two things I really hate. Well, squid. Squid is kind of gross. Well, I don't eat raw stuff either. Fish and shit like that. So anyway, which is really interesting because a girlfriend of mine who I went through my hypnotherapy training with a couple years ago, we were in a class together, that holistic entrepreneurship this week, that we just ended this week. And she just signed up for the nutrition program at Sweeha. And when she finishes that in September, she's moving to California to go through the Ayurvedic training at the Chopra Center over there. And so anyway, but she's been telling me about these nutrition classes she's taking, and she's so excited about them. So now I have gone through and rearranged my schedule because I want to take the foundational nutritional class, and there's 3 others that are on the list that that I'm drawn to as well, that I'm going to incorporate. So I'm probably not going to be graduating next May like I thought. I think I've got more that I want to do, and I'm just going to keep adding tools to my tool belt as long as I can, as long as I can afford to. And so I'm really excited about adding that nutrition component because I'm really feeling like I need it. You know how things call to us sometimes, and it like resonates. So eating better foods is one. Sleep more. You need extra rest. Take a 30-minute nap in the afternoon. I'm not a napper. And if I do nap, I'm a power napper. So 15 minutes usually. I can rejuvenate myself pretty well. And it's something I used to do a lot. Before, when I worked from home, when I was in Idaho, and I was working part-time, my afternoons, 3, 4 o'clock, I would lay down and take my little 10, 15-minute power nap. And I'd be able to power on through the day. And I've stopped doing that for a long time. And it's just been this last week that, good morning, Mark, this last week that I have needed to get back into that little power nap thing. But my spirit guide, Michael, is telling me a 30-minute nap in the afternoon. Number 3 is meditate. Connect with spirit. Fill your heart with love. Ask for alignment. Ask for information. So it's sort of like combining meditation and prayer. Because not only am I just asking for information and listening for information, it's a time for me to ask them to help me align my energy with spirit and to get really, really focused on that. Number 4 is yoga. Michael tells me I need to move my body and stretch. And yoga is perfect because it opens up your energy channels. Even just, we talked about this last week in one of my classes, that you know how like at the end of like a race or any kind of athletic competition, even spelling bees and stuff like that, the winner always goes like this. They raise their arms up and they look up. That is opening your energy channels. And so it's, there's a real energetic thing that happens when you do that. And that's kind of what yoga is all about, is opening those energy channels and getting in alignment. So those are my 4 things that I was given. You might want to check in with your own guides and ask these questions in meditation. Basically, I asked him for just a quick, what does the event really look like? And the biggest thing is, it is the end of duality, and it is the beginning of the era of love. I also got that everybody should have 2 weeks of food and water available and some cash on hand, because as the big event occurs, there will be a shutdown, a temporary shutdown of the banks. And so we just need to be prepared for that. Don't need to panic. Everything's going to be fine. It's going to be a temporary shutdown. Your money will be there when you're done. So it's not a panic thing, and it's just be prepared thing. Good morning, Dave. So anyway, I saw something this morning that jumped out at me. A couple of things that I posted. One, I posted on my Facebook page earlier, that we are closing out so many old cycles right now. It's extremely exhausting to the physical, mental, and spiritual bodies. June is the culmination of old patterns leaving. After the solstice, we will be in a completely new energetic space. So yeah, back to integrity. Right, Mark? Thank you. Thank you. What a thought that is. Integrity, authenticity. Love it. So, one of the prayers that came to me after I finished my meditation was actually from this The Universe Has Your Back deck of cards. It says, I witness the darkness and call on the light within my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. Isn't that beautiful? So, that's that for today. Let's pull a postcard from Spirit on this real Wednesday, the real one, not the Tuesday Wednesday. Age of Aquarius. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius by the fifth dimension. Hello? You think somebody knew something before the rest of us? I'm sorry to subject you guys to my singing, but okay, if you are in a place that you can do so, I would just invite you to take a deep breath and close your eyes, or let them go to a soft focus. Soften your forehead. And as you breathe in nice and deep, breathe in love, breathe in joy. And as you breathe out, let go of fear and just surrender. Surrender to this moment right now, being fully present in this moment and listening to our message from Spirit today. Dearest you, uncertainty is the new normal for the whole world. Things are changing at a rapid pace, and the old ways we once trusted are no longer reliable. But leaving the familiar behind can be a good thing. When you are pushed to step into the unknown, you are pulled into discovering new possibilities that have been hidden in plain sight. Check in with your higher power. Your soul knows better than your small self. Have faith in the support of a higher power and the infinite potential for your life. Right now, the advice we have for you is this. Try something new. Do something different. You won't know how it feels, what it looks like, or what the outcome will be if you do not take the first step into the unknown and experience the unfamiliarity. You'll be so glad you did, because the treasure will appear. We're so proud of you for being brave. You are so loved and so supported. Can't make this shit up, people. Postcards from Spirit. Colleen Barrett Reed. Amazing, huh? guide us through the event. Light Workers Unite! Woohoo! Be sure to send me a message if you'd like to be added to that private group, which is called the Event, a discussion group, I think, something like that. But just send me a message and I will add you to that if you'd like to follow some of the articles and discussions that we are sharing on there. Because they're interesting times, and I'm still in the baby stages of learning about it. Yeah, wow, right, Grant? We're still amazed every day, like, wow, that message was so on target. And it happens day after day. So thank you. So anyway, everybody have a great Wednesday for reals. And I hope to talk to you all soon. I love you and I thank you for being here. Blessings, my friends. Get some rest. Eat good food. Take care of your body. Meditate. Download Insight Timer. If you don't have it on your phone, get Insight Timer. The best meditations, all different times, great teachings. It's an excellent tool and it's free. So get Insight Timer. Seriously, it's the best. Love you guys. Thank you. Love you, Shelley. Thank you. Love you, Grant. Have a great day, everyone.